The Inkwell. Lammy zou hier ergens moeten zijn, in de void. We gaan hem zoeken.
Take care. The place is warded.
Dat betekent geen Antea.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm? The wards work well enough. You didn't need to kill so many bots.
Demonologists use necromancy. Maybe he thought he'd bring them back when he was done.
Ja, dat denkt hij, ja. Dat hij voor God kan spelen.
The ward's power is gone.
Hier gebeurt iets.
Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Wat hebben we hier? Dode vogels. Kunnen we niks mee. Die specters gaan op die palen af, lijkt het. Zie je dat? Die specters gaan op die palen af.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Hier kan ik omhoog klimmen. Waar is die dude? Niet hier. Sterker nog, hier is niks.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
Ja. Kaart.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
Ja.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. I feel like we're not done here.
Wat is dit? Bloed?
What is this thing?
Nee.
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
Oh. Hier ligt toch een vos?
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
Daar komt hij aan.
So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described. but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing,
Het is
isn't
gevaarlijk.
it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course. The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Do you remember Deborah?
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
Kun je wel zeggen, ja.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. Less, more so. My father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, more so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where? I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong. Apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
From the looks of this place,
Maar
you're
wat doet
knee
hij
deep in
hier?
research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Was it the same illness?
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between
Porosity,
New Eden and
good
the
word.
Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
Nou, inderdaad.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you
Dit is
need
niet jouw
anything,
home, jongen.
help
Dit is
yourself.
de void.
The Araloo is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mr. Stuarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What?
And we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
Ja.
I was as earnest as he. Ah, the rank enthusiasm of youth. It's sickening, really.
Dit ziet er oozy uit. Moet ik hier overheen lopen? Lijkt me gevaarlijk. En toch doen we het.
Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here.
Yes. I can...
Nou, zij kan er wel gewoon doorheen
Lammy was
lopen.
right.
Ja.
This stuff means business.
Hier weer naar boven.
Sorry, not this time.
Eerst de Ghost Ward vinden en vernietigen hier. Daar.
Missed me?
Always.
Ah, hier is een jump.
We need to look for somewhere to cross.
Ja, hier zo.
Reinforcements!
Grote gevaarlijke man. Aanpak.
Oozes through the breach. Suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Weer een Void Breach, een
Let's see what
andere.
lies on the other side.
Ja. Een Void Breach in een Void Breach.
Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Ja.
Wonderful.
Underground.
The ooze affects the incarnate too.
Ja. Er is veel oes hier, dat is wel duidelijk.
Who goes there?
Dat is een persoon. Een cowboy.
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
What was...
Een entity.
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You?
Ja, het is een entiteit.
It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We
Ja,
maybe
lijkt
built
het
a
op,
well.
ja.
No wonder they all got sick.
Wat gebeurt hier? Dus een heel huis is hier naartoe geteleport. Een huis van de Harrows in zijn geheel hier onder de grond.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs.
As above, so below. Punch damage omhoog. Lijkt me goed.
I feel something close.
Inside the Pandora's box. Ja, daar bovenop is een kistje. Die had ik ook gezien. Daar kan ik niet zomaar komen. is dit voor een vreemd grottenstelsel?
Why do I get the feeling that we're sitting down?
Wat is hier? Waarom kan ik hier opkomen? Alleen maar voor een beetje zilver.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
Hier komen weer witchstones uit, op die blauwe kist. Waarvan we dus ook nog steeds niet weten wat we ermee moeten. Een boekje.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Ja.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Het is een poppetje in de Dowser.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
They were determined to do for her. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
Ja. Geesten. Oos? Hoos?
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume. Off we go then.
Oh, dan ben ik weer in het huis. Dat was dan toch een soort van shortcut weer die ik hier heb gemaakt. Beetje een zinloze shortcut, maar goed. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume. Die daar beneden ligt. Dood te zijn.
Another shadow.
Ja,
What do they want?
allemaal entiteiten.
Bread. Something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
Oh, het lichaam staat op.
Expected no less.
Zagen we toch niet aankomen.
They never learn, gonna stay dead.
Clemency gaat erbij liggen. Onze hoofdverdachte.
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch.
Ja.
From New Eden Town with the governor.
That's not what the woman they accused was saying.
Well, the Gibbs are not at home to rational explanations.
Hier is een jump. Daar is een soul shard. Hier is ook een jump.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
Another source. Dan moeten we weer terug. Inderdaad, naar die andere kant die ik net al zag. Nee. De route stuurt mij wel deze kant op. Oh, dit kan gewoon kapot. Oké. Gebruik je skills. Daarboven. Daar is een pilaar.
Elusive little buggers.
Ook hier zijn weer vijanden. Zo'n ding heb ik ook al eerder gevonden.
Suddenly feel invigorated. Feels weird. Pleasant.
Plus 10 health points. De Dowser.
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
Those echoes we're hearing are the shadows speaking.
They always appear near the ooze.
Goeie vraag, ja.
The whispers.
But which
Whose
came
shadows?
first?
Welke schaduwen zien we hier eigenlijk? Welke schaduwen zien we hier eigenlijk?
The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Nog meer vijanden.
Watch out! Spectre possession.
Try this on for size.
Hier is weer iets.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Ja, hier is normaal
Famous
water.
loves words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source. This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off.
Gaan ze hier discussie voeren.
Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow.
Ja, er zijn ook voetstappen hier.
Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
Hier ligt iemand.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through.
Ah,
Join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
de hoed.
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
This isn't over yet.
We worden ook nog begluurd. En dit pas get.
Get back up!
This isn't over yet.
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or
Yeah.
back in Liquefy. This is something else. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here.
Dat klopt.
Something's toying with us.
I...
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
Aha, we jump, denk ik.
If you need a rest, this place is as good as any.
Even een fast travel activeren.
Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? The bucket is tainted. The bucket is tainted.
Welke bucket? Oh, daar. Die emmer die glijdt. Die drijft daar naar beneden.
An echo from the past drifts by. A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near.
Ja, In die emmer.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stalling.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
And do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor
Cleromancy.
used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones.
Ja.
He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
Hiding the evidence perhaps of his role in the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he
Hier
used
gaat
to
het gebeuren.
reinforce his authority.
That echo proves that things were
The
getting
source.
out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob. Well, this can't be good.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Een veer. Dit is niet goed. Daar heb je het, Antipas. Ze zijn het alle drie.
Who are you?
If we speak, shall you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let rule in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
We worden aangevallen.
I only seek the truth.
Aangevallen door entiteit.
Bloody hell. Is that me?
Hoes?
What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
I think this one is mine. I forgave myself a long time ago. You can't have this wound.
Banish mijn eigen shadow. Dat lost er 1 op van de 3. Daar gaan we weer.
Ghosts are dangerous, and I'd no reason to show mercy.
Snelle ronde.
I can.
Nog één te gaan.
And Tia died to help New Eden. And still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us?
Drie keer verslagen.
We have passed judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
Die veer. Die veer die doet het hem. Er is een doorgang geopend. Ik krijg ook de quill. Maar ook inventory. Nee, jawel. Een nieuw pakje. Meer strength, die wil ik. Zo'n wit pakje ziet er wel goed uit.
Can we please get out of here?
Ja. Gaan we doen. Confront Governor Haskell. Dit is geen uitgang. Kom aan, Thea.
That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel powerless. I were always one move behind. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name.
Oh yeah?
The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare. Most
mythical infamy.
Ignorance caused this.
Er is
A
hier iets.
raging epidemic drove
En
them out of
daarboven.
their minds. Unable to look within, they pointed the finger.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Hierachter, ah. Liftje erboven pakken.
Ah, seems to be stuck.
Seems to be stuck. Nou, dat weer. Oh ja, ik zie het al. Zo beter? Zo beter? Nee, nog steeds stuck. Gaan we naar boven klimmen. Mossen. Ah.
I know.
Ja, clear genoeg? Een doorgang voor wat zilver. En wat items. Hier nog een zilver, ik zie het al. Ja. De boel opgeblazen, dan zou die lift toch wel weer moeten werken, zou je zeggen. Yeah.
That down there, it was. I was tense. I was impatient.
Me too. That infamy really got to us.
Years of anger coursed through me. Yet now I can't even remember why.
Me neither. This is what an infamy does.
En hier gaan we alweer de wards door.
We're here.
I said something to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. And I hope that you forgive me too.
Governor Haskell.
Refreshing it is to the soul to be at once. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. Is late.
Nou. Ingrijpen.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
Ja, we hebben
The
een keer een nieuw
wicked
pakje aan.
pray
Wat
for
licht geeft.
deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet in his name they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people here.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banishers speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye, There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
A difficult time, yeah.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? Have you ever heard of the Arrowloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not. It seems they knew worthy of his secrets. Never mind. Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail. To wit, a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault. You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. How very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was, then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth Unspoken, secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
Ja, wij gaan hem ook sparen, want wij gaan niemand doodmaken.
You say your flock forced your hand. For the greater good, you say, you indulged their bloodlust. I believe you did it. I believe your motive. You delighted in your magical witch hunt, your trivial rituals. You thought you'd be lauded for your humility and skill. But you have neither. Now all around you crumbles. Yet still you state your claim as the rightful protector of the people of New Eden. I have found the culprit, the devil worshipper, the source of the evil that has befallen your community. Sorry, son.
You're having a laugh.
Can't be. That don't. My son a witch? You mock us, sir. Present proof or retract your ridiculous accusation.
Now you need proof. For years, Lammy studied your precious library of the forbidden, but he outdid his father. He learned. 'Twas Lammy who taught Caleb Watson the dark ritual that brought his beloved wife back from the dead.
I was trying to help. I did nothing wrong.
No! Lord have mercy!
For shame.
The boy was always strange.
No. No, Lammy is a good boy. I won't have it.
Easy, Governor. Your son's intentions were sound, and his mistakes, grave as they were, did not poison the well.
Forgive me for swearing in the meeting house, but this is a blooming farce.
Have I ever failed you? In evil times, have we not endured? Have I not protected you?
Fooled by his own flesh.
Ah,
How could
noob.
he be so blind?
Have faith. The Banisher has lifted the curse. Brighter days are here. I knew you were trouble. You and your lady. Look what you've done.
Don't push your luck, Haskell. I've given you a shot at redemption. It's more than you gave Deborah.
Damn you, Banisher. Paid in consideration of a curse lifted. All rights defended now and hereafter. I look forward to never seeing you again.
Ja, je weet het maar nooit, Haskell.
The work's not done.
I hate this place. Rest up, then please, let's get out of here.
Rest at the shelter is onze volgende taak. Nou, dan gaan we dat maar doen.
You're angry. Can tell.
Of course you can. Aren't you angry?
I'm more disgusted. This region is doomed. I know it in my bones.
There's no shortage of suffering around here.
Askell saw to that when he ordered Deborah's execution. I know that we're together, and it makes us strong, but I'm still wary.
Don't lose yourself. You've done far more than I could ever have asked.
I'll do what it takes, and gladly. You need not ask it.
The closer we get to my body, to the truth about what happened here, the stronger I feel. My senses rise. It's as if I can taste the silence, smell the scent of wood smoke, feel the warmth of your body, feel Deborah's wrath. I feel it as if it were a part of me. I understand her anger. I feel her rage and can't help but relate to it. But that anger of mine, that fear, I thought when I left home, I'd left them behind.
You thought by becoming a banisher, you'd overcome your anger and fear.
I thought at least I'd gain control. I'm a big bad banisher. I fear no ghost.
Gemiste kans.
But this whole
Had kunnen zeggen, I ain't afraid of no ghost.
So much so that the sister I thought was gone for good seems to be winding her way back to me.
Your sister, Ayomi Day, wasn't it?
No. As a child, before I left Cuba, I had a friend. I chose to call her my sister. That night, the night I died, I dreamed of her. I dreamed of Calendre.
Calendre?
Did you go looking for her? Was she near him? It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
It's so far beyond the realm of possibility you wouldn't believe it. No, she wasn't there. But I heard her voice. I'd swear on it. How could that be?
The nightmare, yeah.
The nightmare, perhaps?
I don't think so. The nightmare felt close. This felt like it came from further away. As if from a different realm of being altogether.
What did you hear her say?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think she said we were family. Never to be divided.
She's after my job. She can't have it. I'm your family now. Nothing's tearing us apart.
Death has already torn us apart.
I hate this is where we are. I hate that I'll have to say goodbye. But for now, I'll do everything in my power to catch you.
This is how we win. Thank you for being the kindest soul I've ever met.
Thank you for being the bravest.
Een nieuwe skill. Een snare. Ah. Meer damage, altijd goed. Ook goed. Oké, skill points gebruikt. Dan gaan we rusten. En dan gaan we ons opmaken voor een reis naar weer een volgend gebied, denk ik. Ja. Dus even kijken wat er gebeurt als we opstaan. Er zit een vogel in het raam.
Ceridian?
What do you mean, Ceridian?
Die vogel.
Ceridian, what's wrong? I don't think she can hear us. We need to go back to the swamps.
You understand that? But it's a bird.
It's Ceridian, by way of the invisible, speaking through the crow.
Pity it doesn't work both ways. Imagine having a conversation with someone far away.
Return to Ceridian's Island is onze volgende taak die we gaan uitvoeren in de volgende video. Dus graag tot dan. Joejoe!